How's this for a video scene? So we've got it running. Now we're going to zoom in on each aspect. Have to take it off. Yeah, obviously. So now I'm going to tell you about our sustainable cities in paradise. There they go. So we start over here, find an island using satellite technology. We know under the island it's got water because we use nuclear photography. It goes 1,000 metres on the ground, tells us everything. So it tells us there's water under there, good water. We send environmental scientists, they check the quality of the water and we already got the quantities. Then we put in the jetty, you can't see it there much. Then we use the flying boats. I'm ex-Air Force, so we had the flying boats and high-speed ships that are playing out of the water. Then we have these monorail systems moving away from the coast, away from the river, the large river, in a figure-8 formation. And then we drop in the monorail system into the bush using heavy lift helicopters, and then we build the precincts. Alright, so as you can see here, there is the figure-8 formation with the compact communities the size of a footy field, and lower buildings on the coastal side or the river side and higher buildings on the other side. Lower buildings have the gymnasium, dining areas, whatnot. So standard feature for all of the precincts, they're compact communities put onto the monorail system. Right, working on a figure-8 formation, 2 loops away from the river and then adjacent to the river or adjacent to the coastline. Now the people living in these precincts, what we have here is all in PowerPoint presentation. Beautiful, dynamic PowerPoint presentation, but it's not out there. We don't want it out there. It's not for people to know what we do. So when we were looking at, we provide quality living, fine apartments to live in. Right, there's no poverty, abundant quality food and water, using bio-intensive agriculture, permaculture, organic gardening, animal husbandry. Right. And then we have enjoyable work. We have loving people. There's no horrible people because they're corporate owned and operated. We just kick anyone out who's horrible. But what we do is we prevent it. We put people through screening processes. You don't need any education or qualifications in any particular industry because we got rid of all the trades. So we focus here on making sure that our young people meet the right marriage partner for life. They have quality relationships, loving relationships, and then loving friends, happy families. And we out in the pristine, beautiful, pristine wilderness areas with all our own agriculture and entertainment. We also have because we're corporate, providing quality living, all the sports, the water sports, and nature hikes, special activities. Now this is all on PowerPoint presentation and they come up piece by piece. I've deliberately left some of the important things out. Also in all of the compact communities we have a health centre with spa rejuvenation, aroma steam rehydration units, all the different types of massages as we rotate our masseurs and masseuses around the world between the different indigenous cultures. Vibrosol technology, flotation tanks. Coming over here, we also have here the 4 factors of sustainability, social sustainability, or what we call social capital, cultural sustainability, and then we have down here ecological sustainability, working in harmony with the environment, and economic sustainability. So we also, those are the 4 factors of sustainability. We also have here the 5 zeros of sustainability. Now, Peter Newman made the 4 factors of sustainability, and he's right, but I focus on the 5 zeros of sustainability because I'm an Indigenous sustainability specialist. So we look at zero debt, and we can do that piece cake. Zero emissions. So we don't create emissions and have to grow trees to offset it. And zero poverty, because these are corporate owned and operated cities, sustainable cities out in the remote wilderness regions throughout the frontier and emerging markets. You can't get in them if you are not part of our culture and if you are not part of our online community. So there's also there zero waste, all right? Because we're naming the automobiles, we have to get rid of all the rubbish. And a near zero crime rate, transitioning to a zero crime rate. So this is it, sustainable cities in paradise. And as you see here, everything is free for all the inhabitants. Our corporation pays for everything, because our corporation is going to be $1 trillion corporation with the most wealth on the planet. So our corporation pays for everything. It's based on the Royal New Zealand Air Force systems. We employ the bulk of our people at age 16, and they're valuable human capital because we can train them and we can dispatch them anywhere around the world within 2-hour notice, if that's what they want, a part of our organisation, to move them around the world to wherever we need them to go. And we are here for who we call our digital generation. You might be wondering, what's that there? That there is an emu egg. It was given to me by a lovely person who wrote the Native Title Act for our Indigenous brothers and sisters here in Australia. And I looked after her when she was sick, and she really appreciated it. I used to take her up to Almini National Park and camping on the weekends. She loved that, back in the bush. So, oh yeah, by the way, because I'm a Maori, first thing I said to her, can we eat the contents of the egg? She said, yeah, you'll hold at the top and the bottom, and we'll have feed. So we did. We ate it. So it's got a hole in the top and the bottom. That's right, but that was a special gift, so I put it in this special container here. All right. So the thing is this: you want to be happy, you need a success wheel. All right, this is when I had the Academy of Positive Thinking. I designed this success wheel. It revolves around having loving relationships, having worthwhile goals and ideals, getting personal fulfillment in everything, in your relationships with people, with your wife, your husband, your girlfriend, whoever, with your friends, personal fulfillment in your work. You know, you've got to have enjoyable work, not be slaving at a horrible job you don't like. And you need personal fulfillment in your form of worship or whatever. You need also health and energy. And over here you need financial freedom. And that's what we're providing in our Sustainable Cities in Paradise, because they're corporate owned and operated, owned by Maori corporations, debt free. I can show you how we make the money. So this is the success wheel. What happens, it is a wheel, and if you break a spoke and the wheel gets wobbly, so we look at the success wheel in your life, how many broken spokes you got there, and we're going to help you to repair the spokes. Once the spokes are tightened up, then your wheel will run freely and smoothly. And that's what the success wheel is about, all right? But at the end of the day, if you are not living in a sustainable city in paradise in the future, you are going to have immense problems, because there's a tragic 13 global crises coming upon mankind. If you're living in the developed world, the wealthy nations, they're going to implode upon themselves. They're going to become the most dangerous precincts to live in, because they're not going to have any petroleum. So these sustainable cities you see here do not have any petroleum, because we use the monorail systems, we use the rivers and the oceans, the main transport system, and the flying boats and the catamaran ships that can lift out of the water, get into the shallow areas, and we just dig out the side of the jetty so you can drop down to the deep water. That's how we do it, and everything's free. And because they're corporate owned and operated in the frontier and emerging markets, in the nations that have a high peace index and a low corruption index. That means that the government's not crooked and corrupt like virtually 99% of all the governments in the developed world, and we want nothing to do with them. We don't want anything to do with the corporations. We don't actually need their business unless they align to our vision. And here you go, folks. This is our vision. It's to create a happy future for our children and for our children's children, both indigenous and non-indigenous. And the reason that we say this is because we have the Indigenous Peoples Learning Network website. It's up and online. We've only got the subscription system running because that's all we need at the moment, as we're bringing in a dynamic team from our Maori corporation, taking over from me, high profile, and they will be bringing this vision to fruition. Isn't that lovely?